Most seniors age too fast. Fix it with these 5 simple habits. Do you ever have those quiet moments when you catch your reflection in the mirror, and for just a second, you pause? Not because you're upset or feeling down, but because you realize how fast time seems to move these days. You might look at yourself and think, when did my hand start to look like my mother's? Or maybe you notice your energy doesn't bounce back the way it used to after a long day. And if you're anything like many people in their 50s or 60s, there's this little voice inside that wonders, is this just what aging is supposed to feel like? But what if I told you, it doesn't have to be that way? You see, aging isn't just about the number of candles on your birthday cake. It's about how you feel when you wake up in the morning. It's about how your body moves, how your mind stays sharp, and how your heart stays full of joy. And the truth is, most people aren't aging fast because of their birthday. They're aging fast because of everyday habits they don't even realize are speeding things up. I've talked to so many people, friends, neighbors, even family, who say things like, oh well, I guess this is just getting old. But here's what I want you to know. No, it's not just age. It's choices. It's patterns. And the best part? You can change them. In this video, we're going to talk heart to heart about why most seniors age faster than they should and what you can start doing today to slow it down. And I promise you, these aren't complicated solutions. These are simple, practical changes that anyone can start doing right now. Let's start with one of the most overlooked reasons people age faster. It all begins with chronic stress. Stress has a sneaky way of creeping into your life. Maybe you worry about your health, or your family, or finances. And before you know it, that constant low-level worry starts affecting your sleep, your digestion, your energy, even your skin. Stress triggers inflammation in the body, which is one of the biggest accelerators of aging. I've seen it over and over, people who look 10 years older than they are because they carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. But I've also seen something beautiful happen when people learn to manage stress well. They laugh more. They sleep better. They stand taller. And their face softens, their natural glow returns. And no, managing stress isn't about avoiding problems, because life will always have challenges. It's about building habits that help your body recover. That could be daily walks in nature, gentle stretching, listening to music you love, even deep breathing for just 5 minutes a day. The body is resilient when we give it moments of calm. Now, another big reason people age faster is something so simple yet so easy to neglect. It's hydration. Yes, drinking enough water. You'd be amazed how many people over 50 go through their day sipping coffee, tea, maybe a little juice, and forget that their cells need water to function properly. Your skin loses its elasticity faster when you're dehydrated. Your joints feel stiffer. Even your brain slows down. Water isn't just about quenching thirst, it's about nourishing every single part of you. I remember talking to a lovely woman in her 60s who told me she was constantly tired and her skin felt dry no matter how much lotion she used. But guess what happened when she started carrying a water bottle and making hydration a daily priority? Within weeks, her energy lifted. Her skin improved. And she told me, I had no idea something so small could make me feel so much better. Sometimes it really is the simple things that change everything. And that brings me to one more important point in this first part of our conversation movement. Now, before you groan or tell me, but I hate the gym, let me say this, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights unless that's something you enjoy. I'm talking about joyful, daily movement. Our bodies were made to move. Every time we stretch, walk, garden, dance, or even play with grandkids, we send signals to our muscles, bones, and heart that we're alive and thriving. The opposite is also true. When we sit too long, when we stop moving, our body starts to believe it's time to slow down, permanently. One of my dear friends, he's 72, swears by his daily walks. Rain or shine, he gets outside, even if it's just for 15 minutes. And do you know what he told me recently? As long as I keep moving, I feel young. And it shows. He moves with ease, with energy, with purpose. So here's my gentle question for you. How can you move a little more today than you did yesterday? It could be a slow stretch while you wait for the kettle to boil. It could be standing up and walking around during commercial breaks on TV. It could be parking a little farther away when you run errands. Movement isn't punishment. Movement is freedom. And when you combine that with managing stress and staying hydrated, you've already set the foundation for aging gracefully and living vibrantly. But these are just the beginning. Because while these habits are powerful, there are still two more deeply important things we need to talk about, things that make an enormous difference in how fast or slow we age. And they're things that many people overlook until it feels almost too late. But not you. Because you're here. You're listening. You're curious. And that tells me you're ready to take care of yourself in a way that honors the life you've built and the years still waiting for you. Let's talk about them next. Now that we've talked about stress, hydration, and movement, these beautiful, everyday habits that keep your body alive and vibrant, I want to take you a little deeper. Because here's something I've learned, over and over again, from watching people age, some quickly, some slowly, some almost gracefully untouched by time. It's not just about the body. It's about what we feed the body, and what we feed the mind. And one of the biggest reasons seniors age faster is poor nutrition. But I'm not talking about complicated diets or trendy superfoods you can only find in health stores. I'm talking about real food, the kind that your grandparents probably grew up eating before fast food and processed snacks became a daily habit. You see, over time, our cells, the tiny building blocks of life, start to weaken if they don't get the right fuel. Junk food, highly processed snacks, and sugar-laden treats don't just affect your waistline, they speed up internal aging. They cause something called oxidative stress, basically, tiny bits of damage inside your body that build up over time. But here's the good news. Just like a garden that thrives when you water it and feed it well, your body responds beautifully when you give it what it needs. Think of colorful fruits and vegetables not because it sounds healthy, but because those colors come from antioxidants. And antioxidants are nature's way of protecting your cells from aging too fast. I knew a gentleman 65 years old who loved telling me that he felt too old to change his eating habits. He was a meat and potatoes kind of guy. But his doctor told him his energy levels were dropping and his cholesterol was creeping up. So little by little, he started adding color to his plate: bright berries in the morning, leafy greens at dinner, nuts for a snack instead of chips. It wasn't overnight. But over a few months, he didn't just lose weight, he started walking taller. His skin looked fresher. And he told me one day, with a laugh, "I never thought broccoli would give me my energy back." It's not about perfection. It's about small, daily choices that add up. And that brings me to one of the most powerful but overlooked anti-aging strategies of all: social connection. Yes, staying connected to people you love isn't just good for your heart emotionally, it's good for your heart physically. In fact, research shows that people who maintain strong social relationships live longer and live better. Loneliness is a silent ager. When we withdraw from friends or family, when we stop laughing, sharing stories, or simply being part of something bigger than ourselves, our mind and body feel it. You've probably seen this happen. Maybe a neighbor lost their spouse and seemed to age 10 years in just a few months. Or maybe someone you know retired and felt lost without their work community. Human connection keeps us young. I remember visiting a local coffee shop not long ago. There was a group of seniors who met there every single morning. They'd laugh, tell stories, tease each other like old friends. And do you know what stood out to me? They didn't look their age. Their faces were full of life. Their eyes sparkled. Their laughter was medicine. And it reminded me staying young isn't about denying our years. It's about staying connected, staying curious, staying involved. So ask yourself, when was the last time you called an old friend? Or invited a neighbor over for tea? Or signed up for a community class just for fun? Sometimes the very thing we need most is right outside our door. But before we move on, I want to pause for a moment. Because I know that for some of you watching right now, this might feel overwhelming. You might be thinking, but I've already fallen into these habits. Is it too late for me? And let me look you straight in the eye. No. It's never too late. The human body is miraculous in its ability to heal, to adapt, to grow at any age. Your body doesn't need you to be perfect. It needs you to be kind, to be consistent, to pay attention. Because every little change you make today sends a message to your future self: I care about you. And when you start combining stress management, hydration, movement, nourishing food, and meaningful connection, you're not just slowing down aging, you're writing a new story for yourself. But there's one more thing I want to share with you, something I believe makes all the difference. It's not about what we do on the outside. It's about what we believe on the inside. Because how we age isn't just about habits, it's about mindset. And that's what I'd love to talk to you about next. Shall we? So here we are, after talking about stress, hydration, movement, nourishing food, and the beauty of staying connected. There's still one last piece of this puzzle I need to share with you. And to be honest, I think this might be the most powerful of them all. It's your mindset. You see, I've met so many people in their 50s, 60s, and beyond who already have what they need to stay young. They've built good habits, they take care of their health, they even stay active in their community. But there's something in their heart, something in their thoughts, that slowly pulls them down. And it's this quiet, harmful belief: I'm old now, so I guess this is all I can expect. That belief, more than wrinkles, gray hair, or stiff joints, is what truly makes people age faster. Because the way we talk to ourselves becomes the life we live. I once had a conversation with a woman in her late 60s. She was smart, funny, and full of life, but she kept saying things like, "Well, I'm just an old lady now. My best days are behind me." And you know what happened over time? She stopped trying new things. She stopped learning. She even stopped doing little adventures she used to love, like going to the beach or trying a new hobby. It wasn't because her body gave up on her. It was because her mind told her to stop living fully. And friends, I need you to hear this: aging is inevitable. But becoming old in your heart, that's a choice. There are people in their 80s climbing mountains. People in their 70s learning to paint or play an instrument for the first time. People in their 60s traveling to places they've never been. And what do they all have in common? They never stopped believing that life still has more for them. They never stopped being curious. And they never allowed the number on their birth certificate to limit their joy. You can start today, right now, by simply changing how you talk to yourself. Instead of saying, "I'm too old for that," try saying, "I've never done that before, maybe I'll give it a try." Instead of saying, "I'm slowing down," say, "I'm learning to move differently, with care and wisdom." Instead of saying, "It's too late for me," say, "Every day is a new beginning." Your words matter. Your thoughts matter. They shape the energy you carry. And that energy is what makes people look at you and say, "Wow, you seem so young at heart." But don't just take my word for it. Look around you. Who are the people you admire most? Chances are, it's not because they have flawless skin or the energy of a 20-year-old. It's because they have a lightness about them, a joy, a spark that says, "I'm still living, learning, and loving life." And that spark, it's already inside you. So here's what I want to leave you with today. Aging faster doesn't have to be your story. Yes, life changes after 50 or 60. Our bodies speak to us a little louder. Our energy may need more care. But that's not the end of anything, it's the beginning of something new. A season of living with intention. A season of caring for yourself, not because you're fragile, but because you are precious. A season of staying connected, of nourishing your body with real food, of moving joyfully, of drinking water like it's a gift, because it is. And most of all, a season of believing in yourself. You have lived through so much. You have wisdom in your bones. Stories in your heart. And time, beautiful time, still ahead of you. So be kind to yourself. Take a small step today, whatever speaks to you most. Maybe it's calling a friend. Maybe it's filling a glass of water and making it your new habit. Maybe it's putting on your shoes and taking that walk around the block, just to remind your body we're still in this together. Or maybe, just maybe, it's looking at yourself in the mirror tonight, really looking and saying out loud, "I am still growing. I am still learning. I am still alive, and I'm grateful for every moment I've been given. Because you are. And you deserve to live these years not just surviving, but thriving. If this video spoke to you today, I would love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what habits you're working on, or what part of this conversation meant the most to you. And if you found this helpful, please give this video a like. It helps me reach more people like you. And don't forget to subscribe for more gentle, practical advice on living well, aging gracefully, and loving the life you have. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm sending you all my warmest thoughts. May you wake up tomorrow feeling just a little bit younger in your heart, because you decided to care for yourself today. Stay well. Stay joyful. And remember, the best days can still be ahead.